Eowyn from Ireland says, which social media should I use to promote my Bitcoin mentoring membership? I want to make sure I get that right. Normally I just say whatever social media network you choose. There's billions of people on all the social media networks, millions and millions of people. But honestly, being a guy that's on Twitter a lot, Twitter's the place. I mean, Twitter is Bitcoin capital of the universe. It's where like the Breedloves and the Lex Friedmans and the Elon Musks and all those people are, and they're always talking about Bitcoin all the time. And then I would say, secondly, probably YouTube. You need to be if I was starting a membership about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and I really wanted to make sure that I was plugged into those communities and I was using social media, I would use YouTube and Twitter for sure. And then close behind that would be Reddit. Reddit is a great place for that kind of sphere, that kind of space. That's where I go look for information on cryptocurrency, and that's the people I follow online, and they're very hot and heavy, man. Anytime I hear about anybody podcasting or anything about crypto, they're burning their Twitter feeds up, man. So, that's where I would start for sure, is YouTube and Twitter, and then I would definitely be on Reddit as a participant more than a publisher, just to kind of get into those communities that are talking a lot about cryptocurrency. And, that's really, I think the spirit of this question for everybody else that might be listening to this Q&A right now, or watching this video later, is, you have to look at where your audience is, and where your audience is often where the other experts in your space are. Success leaves clues, man. Follow Hansel's and Gretel's breadcrumbs home. If I'm like, for example, if I'm a female between 30 and 50 and I'm into home decor, I'm going to Pinterest. Like, that's where they are, because that's where everybody's posting at. If I'm a travel blogger and I want to have a travel membership, probably Instagram, because that's where Instagram people are. They're experts that are doing that. But that's how you find out where you should be. You look where the other experts are playing ball. That's where you want to jump in. So I would, for this specific one, it's that. But just go out in the marketplace. Think about this. If you're in a space and you love your space, like if you're into guitars, like where do you follow people? Are you on YouTube? Well, that's where you should be, right? That's where you should be at, because that's where you went to consume information. So go produce information there. And that's where you can find it. Okay, cool. Now remember too, social media is not the end all be all. The first place you should focus is your content, podcast, videos, or text. And then you build your website, and then you share that stuff in these other places to create more noise and hang out with other people. Okay, awesome stuff. All right, what's our next success story, Delynn? Who we got next?
Retired Fire Chief Rick Davis. You ready?
Got it.
Yeah, he launched Fire Officer Leadership Academy. He is serving firefighters, and he launched it on Sunday evening. And with his webinar, he had 100% attendance rate. So everyone who said they were going to be on his webinar showed up, and he served.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, the fortunes in the follow-up, he's got to follow up with all those people that came to that first training, because you've got people that were active, you've got people that were engaged, and your first member might be showing up right there. And what that tells you is, when you get a high show-up rate, is your message is correct. You're out in the marketplace and you're targeting those things. And I know, hey, it is courageous to do that first webinar. I remember my first webinar. Me and Jocelyn didn't know what we were doing. I was trying to run the tech. I didn't know how to do the tech. She was doing a webinar. I remember our first podcast that we released. Like, we didn't know how to like record two microphones. So we had to like Skype each other from in the same room, and there was an echo. But you know what? It's going to get better and better and better and grow. So let's ring the cowbell for Rick one more time. He's being consistent. He's being prolific. He's being relentless. We get it out there. Awesome stuff. Hey, guys, you got to celebrate. Hey, our story started with an 11-cent ad click. That was the first money we ever made online. Someone clicked an ad on my website, and I made a dime and a penny. 11 cents. That's why we're so passionate about celebrating every win. Every step in the blueprint is critical to your success. That's why we want you to slow down, do the blueprint in order, take it out there, get those little wins, and don't be like, oh, I've only had 100 people listen to my podcast. What if 100 people were in your bedroom with you right now? Wouldn't that be amazing? Like, you've got to celebrate every win, and that's where your momentum is going to come from as you be consistent and prolific out in the marketplace.